Hey, it's me, Harry's 083, and I'm still alive. Oh, but I feel so old. That's my cup voice. I remember when I used to be a young soldier. Yes, sirree. So, this is going to be a mini Mixos review. No, I'm just kidding. This is going to basically be a toy tryout because I've never owned a headmaster before, and this is the first time that I'm gonna open any Titans Returns figures. From the looks of the 3D renders, these figures to me, before I open them, they feel like they're gonna be very light. That because Hasbro's using a hollow way to transform their figures now, as seen with the Combiner Wars, a lot of limbs are hollow and stuff folds into them. So these guys should be light like a feather. Hardhead looks like he's going to be heavy, but we'll see. In Canada, the Little Titan Masters are out, but not here in the US. I don't think anyone's seen them. And it looks like nobody really cares, but the price point on these guys is gonna be like $5, which is really cheap. I think that's the price of those little robots in disguise figures. I wanted to get Windblade from the line, but the face is there's no face. It's a big white thing. So Hardhead and Scourge um, are out. I saw them. Hardhead, I'm gonna leave for last. Like he's gonna be the last deluxe I buy. I wish he had a mouth like in the Headmaster's cartoon. Where he's like, "Come on, mine wipe, what are you doing?" And I'll probably in my other review for my other channel, the mature channel, I'll probably insert a clip from the Headmaster's cartoon. So I wish Hardhead had a face. The Japanese version from Takara is gonna have a face, but the Americans we get the little mouth plate. In the IDW comics, Hardhead died a horrible death in the Dead universe, so he's not really important to me in the scheme of things. I'm a big fan of the '86 movie. I didn't see it in the movie theaters. I bought this little sticker book from Panini. It was a sticker book, and where the stickers were, it was red, but there was a picture of the sticker. So the book came with a little file view thingy, like a red transparent thing that would come with the Transformers, and you would put it over the grid, and you'd be able to see the picture. So that's how I saw the animated movie. I never got any of the toys from that line. I'm guessing it's the '86 line off the top of my head since the movie came out in '86. I did get Misfire as a result of trading some toys with a friend at school. But the headmasters, I never had a headmaster. Misfires was a target master, but I didn't have his gun. And eventually I did get a target master in the form of Cyclonus that that was part of the Generations line from a few years ago. So Sentinel Prime looks good in terms of his head structure, but the color, panel lining him and adding some silver and gold will be a dream. But I don't really like the fat shuttle mode or the skinny train mode. I wanted to get Galvatron, but the head design on Galvatron, they're supposed to have, the larger Titan Masters are supposed to have like this helmet that swoops onto their head, onto their fake head. But the Galvatron helmet is only like the front part of his head. So I feel the same way about Galvatron like I felt about Optimus Prime from the Combiner Wars line. I didn't like the head, which The mouth plate was really weird. The new Optimus we're getting, I don't like the chest. It's they could have did better, but it looks like someone threw some molten metal on Optimus's chest. The head is excellent, but the chest totally sucks. And Blaster is in the $50 range, which, like Ultra Magnus, it's gonna take some time for me to buy Blaster. I don't you I'm not a big fan. I'll probably get the cassette guys first, like Rewind and Eject, before I get Blaster. I'll probably get Blaster for Christmas. Hopefully there'll be a Christmas sale. So, like I said, this isn't a review. This is a toy tryout. I wanted to get Blurr first, and then Skull Cruncher and Scourge were on the same line. The method I was going to use to pick one would be, if I find one and not the other, I'll pick them. And Hardhead, as I said, he's going to be last. So I went to one Toys R Us and I picked up Skull Cruncher. He was the only one there. I didn't want to disturb the employees and be like, hey, can you guys check in the back? I figured out of a case of 4, there's only one left, then that's it. Destiny Gundam let me find Skull Cruncher. I'm gonna call him Skull Cruncher, even though I guess for copyright reasons they named him Skull Smasher. So I got him first. I always knew I wanted him because in the IDW comics and More Than Meets the Eye, which is the best Transformers comic out there, and then probably till LR1 and then the Transformers comic. So he's a stand-up comedian. The Decepticons are no longer in a war with the Autobots, so he's going around space as a stand-up comedian, and one of his best jokes in my little story is that he says, what did the bartender say to the alligator con? Why the long face? So I went to one Toys R Us and thanked the maker. Toys R Us, their deluxe price for the Combiner Wars guys, they had the the Combaticons. The price is like $22.95, and they had Galvatron, and Galvatron was $24.99, and so was Sentinel Prime. Since I was looking for the deluxes, I decided to wait on the Voyagers. So I went to another Toys R Us. Well, the Toys R Us has these guys for $16.99, which is about the price that Target has their deluxes for right now. But I don't think Target's gotten any of these guys yet. There's a weird thing with trans with Hasbro and their exclusives, like Metroplex and Galactus. They'll Toys R Us will get Devastator. They'll get Metroplex. They'll get Galactus. They'll get stuff, and Target doesn't get the same stuff. But then again, Metroplex wasn't labeled as a Toys R Us exclusive because he showed up in like Costco and other places. But I believe that Fort Max is going to be like, you're only going to find him in Toys R Us. Don't think about finding him in Target. Hopefully for Christmas, we'll see some Combiner Wars in discount stores, and we'll see some discounts on those big toys you guys love. I don't think we're going to get any comics with these guys until the comics come out. But just like the old Combiner Wars that came out first, the first wave, I think all we're going to get with these guys is card art, which is good. I'll stick it up against the wall. And of course, since they're deluxes, I'll get an extra one. I'll probably customize these and then I'll buy another one for the collection. Remember, kids, Be careful. Use adult supervision. So basically, what you do, you press your box cutter against the cardboard and go around the plastic. This, when I used to collect Gundam figures, would be good so that I could put my figures back in the bubble and then put them up on the wall. You could either open them from the top or from the bottom. From the bottom is better because from the top the bubble will move forward. From the bottom, all you have to do is like put a piece of tape. I hope that when we do get the comic books with the Titans Returns figures, we'll still keep getting these cards. The weird thing is that it has I guess the red is for Skull Smasher and the blue is for Grax. So this power is combined, but I was wondering what's Grax's overall power. Is it just 10? Well, 1.5? And here it's like 3.5. This is a half. But there's some cool artwork. The one thing that I fear about these Titan Masters is the problem that everyone had with Brainstorm and the neck breaking on the little figure. So we get instructions in the style of Combiner Wars. Hey, you might say, I'm ahead of the game. I like the metallic sheen on the green. His knees can bend because it's part of the transformation, which is good. Like, loom dancing. Head on. So, this is a little editing. I decided to take off the headmaster, and when I took him off, the instructions say just to pull straight up. There's a little hole there with 2 pegs on the side. The thing I remembered when I took the head out, what was said about Skull Cruncher. If you want his head to fit in correctly, you gotta have both faces facing forward. So his head was turned to a side while he was in robot mode. So I just turned his Grax's head forward. And they're easy to transform, these little guys, which is kind of cool. As a designer of things, I like boxy stuff. So having this big boxy head, awesome. All you have to do is put on back, and then you get the legs and turn it over, and then swivel the head forward, and then bring the arms forward a little bit. And there you go. Titan Max Master Grax. There's good head articulation, and the head stays on well. He's got these cool silver thing, and it looks like windows. The joints, his hips are a little loosey goosey, but that's nothing little pledge won't fix. Overall, I like him. I was gonna say he doesn't come with a weapon, but he does. Here's his tail. I'm guessing this is the handle for the tail to use it as a shield. Here's the head, which I really like. I wasn't expecting the head to be articulated. I thought it was going to be like the tail, where you just slide it down and put it on the toy, and there's the head. But it's a full piece. All right, so that's my impression of the Titan Masters. I opened this hatch in the back to see where his headmaster goes, his pilot. There's a little seat in there, and this is made out of soft plastic, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so far I'm digging it. I'm wondering where his Decepticon insignia is on his robot mode, but I guess as a stand-up comedian, you don't want to have any allegiances. All right, next up, I should be reviewing Blurr, and I'll probably give you guys an insight on the mini Mixos, which I picked up this little pack at Target for $5. See you guys on the flip side.